After 3.5 years of defending against Russian missile and drone attacks, Kyiv seems to be developing its own air defense systems and being less reliant on its Western allies. As the weary West's ability to continue flowing weapons to Kyiv diminishes, Ukraine has chosen to turn inward. Ukraine has shifted to a self-sustaining defense model and is intensifying its drive towards building resilient, domestically developed air defense systems. Ukraine recently unveiled its long-range Flamingo cruise missiles amid reports that the Pentagon is preventing Kyiv from using long-range US-supplied missiles to strike targets in Russia. However, President Volodymyr Zelensky declared that Ukraine uses its own missiles to strike Russia and does not coordinate attacks with the US.
На сьогодні, якщо чесно, ми використовуємо нашу далекобійну зброю вітчизняного виробництва. І ми останнім часом, якщо чесно, не проговорюємо зі Сполученими Штатами Америки такі моменти. Колись це було, ви пам'ятаєте, було різні сигнали щодо наших ударів у відповідь після їх ударів по нашій енергетиці. Це було вже дуже давно. Сьогодні ми навіть про це не згадуємо. Тому для мене це новина.
Zelensky's remarks made it clear that Kyiv doesn't need Washington's approval, and this is most likely because Ukraine is rapidly developing its own missiles. Ukraine's new FP5 Flamingo missile could prove to be a game-changer on the battlefield as Western missile stocks dwindle. According to manufacturer Firepoint, the Flamingo has a 6-meter wingspan and can carry a payload of 1,150 kilograms, making it Ukraine's first heavy missile. Previously, Ukraine had developed mini-cruise missiles and long-range drones, which are considered to be much lighter in overall weight and payload capacity. Some experts have called Flamingo an upgraded version of Ukraine's Neptune cruise missile, a long-range strike weapon credited with taking out several high-value naval and land targets, including Russia's guided missile cruiser Moskva, the flagship of its Black Sea fleet. Ukraine's Flamingo missile reportedly has a range of around 3,000 kilometers, 10 times more than in the range of the US-made ATACMS missile, which Washington has said can't be used to strike Russia. According to experts, Flamingo's range is more than enough to give Russian forces sleepless nights. The range puts 90% of Russian military-industrial facilities within the reach of the Ukrainian military. A mass-produced deep strike weapon like the Flamingo is arguably Ukraine's strongest security guarantee in a post-war European order, regardless of the war's outcome and independence of European or American allies, said Fabian Hoffman, a missile industry expert at Oslo University. The Flamingo manufacturers say that at the moment they are making one missile a day, but aim to increase production to around 2,500 a year.
Ukrainian weapon production is a huge guarantee of Ukraine independence, and not only Ukrainian independence, but also European independence and European safety of the whole continent. Because right now Ukraine is holding this barrier and let's say it's exporting safety to other countries which are standing behind Ukraine.
Ukraine has also developed a hybrid FrankenSAM system that adapts Soviet-era platforms like the Buk M1 to fire Western interceptors, such as the RIM-7 Sea Sparrow. In May, Ukraine's Operational Command East showed a tracked, self-propelled Buk M1 system, which is said to have been adapted to fire the RIM-7 Sea Sparrow, a missile that previously provided point defense for numerous NATO and Allied warships. According to reports, another Soviet vehicle, an OSA, was firing American Sidewinder missiles, and a third hybrid combined US-made Patriot missiles with Soviet radar. This fusion of legacy hardware and modern munitions gives Ukraine the ability to extend the service life of inherited systems. This also helps Ukraine achieve partial NATO compatibility without incurring the full expense of fielding brand new platforms. New launchers are likewise being designed to integrate seamlessly with Ukraine's growing family of indigenous missiles, allowing for modular deployments across both mobile and fixed air defense networks. Several Ukrainian drones and missile fleets are already taking the flight to the invading Russian army. According to reports, Ukraine's indigenous strike drone sector is also expanding rapidly, with loitering munitions carrying modular payloads between 60 to 120 kilograms and reaching ranges up to 1,600 kilometers. These long-range systems allow Ukraine to strike strategic targets beyond the front lines and disrupt logistics and command centers. Lightweight, swarm-capable kamikaze drones saturate enemy defenses at very low cost, forcing adversaries to use expensive interceptors to take out the cheap drones. We started this missile program at the end of 2024, and right now, a few dozen companies already have the solutions. Not in the very early stages. Multiple of them already test their missiles on our testing grounds, in some cases on the battlefield. Andrei Hertsenik, the head of Ukraine's Brave One defense tech incubator, told the War Zone. Ukrainian defense company Firepoint's FP1 long-range drone, which is rolled out in May, is already in action. Costing just $50,000 per unit, the drone's warhead of at least 60 kilograms is said to be inflicting serious damage on Russian targets. With a reported range of 1,600 kilometers, the drone is expected to hit numerous Russian military, logistical and industrial targets. Ukraine has also greatly increased domestic production of artillery and mortar ammunition. Between 2023 and 2024, Ukrainian production increased by 150%, from 1 million rounds annually to 2.5 million. Despite its improvement, Ukraine still relies on foreign assistance for 70% of its military equipment and faces several barriers to expanding its domestic capabilities. Many of Ukraine's domestically produced systems rely on components from other countries, making Kyiv reliant on foreign supply chains. However, it remains to be seen how Kyiv's military innovations and inventions save it on the battlefield.